What happens to our planet? Does it warm to the point where we see these frequent extreme weather events which are really dangerous?
So what you have to remember is some extreme events will get worse. So for instance, we'll see more heat waves, but remember, we'll also see fewer cold waves, and that matter because about 500,000 people die from heat, but 4.5 million people die from cold every year on the planet. So certainly for the foreseeable future, for the next decade or two, we'll actually see fewer people dying as temperatures go up, but eventually that will change. And that's true for a lot of things. So there is sense in trying to tackle global warming, but there's no sense in trying to spend $5 trillion. Remember, that's the McKinsey estimate of how much we'll have to spend every year to go net zero. For the US, the price by mid-century will be more than $10,000 per person per year. You're not going to have that. You're not going to see people accept that. They're going to vote those people out of office, and then we'll both have wasted money and actually not get the solution.
Did you guys pick up on the craziness of what this man said? You know, we hear about all these fires going on, especially in Europe. People dying, just dying of the heat. He's saying, oh, it's okay because it balances out that there's more sides that's going to be cold, that they're not going to die. But, you know, it balances out. Matter of fact, it's more a benefit than a negative. Like, Dave, what you think about that?
All I could think was, well, you know, you can't vote anybody out when you're dead. So I was really confused. Like, the commentary was, I would still say it's second to Herschel Walker's explanation of climate change. However, it's a very close second. And this whole we can't pay for it argument is so nonsensical. So at this point, it's whack. People know you can pay for whatever you want to.
Yep. David, what you think?
Yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, the cause of death may be changing. Like, there may be fewer people dying from the cold, but I was like, what about like not being able to produce enough food because of the climate? So it was like, how many people are going to be starving? Like, what about the dirty air that we're breathing? So it was like, how much, how many people are going to be dying from that instead? So I was like, it's just like replacing one bad thing with another.
Right, piggybacking on what they said, I don't know what's worse, this or Marjorie Taylor Greene telling us that carbon is good. There was recently another clip, and I don't know if you have this one, but there was a clip where I think it was in Britain, where it was a morning show, and the guy who's a meteorologist is saying, "Hey, listen, this is really bad," and they were like, "Oh my God, just go out and enjoy the sunshine." And so you should tell happy things. What happened to you guys?
Yeah. John, I want us to be happy about the weather, and every single. I don't know whether something's happened to meteorologists to make you all a little bit fatalistic and harbingers of doom, because all of the broadcasts, particularly on the BBC. Every time I've turned on, anyone's talking about the weather, they're saying that there's going to be tons of fatalities. But haven't we always had hot weather, John? I mean, wasn't the summer of 76? That was as hot as this, wasn't it?
No. And, you know, we are seeing more and more records, more and more frequently and more severely. So, yeah, some people always hark back to the summer of 76, which was a freak event 40-odd years ago, over 40 years ago. But heat waves are becoming more extreme. This is yet another one which is coming down the tracks towards us.
Yeah, I did see
What
that.
happened? I don't understand this planet, man. I don't understand the people on it, but we're in trouble.
Productions on the track.